welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about macros, how to count macros, what they are, and so much more. So what are macros? Macros are macronutrients, so carbs, fat, protein, and when you're counting macros, you're basically counting how much you're consuming of each one. Counting your macros helps you better understand what you're putting into your body, how much of each one you're consuming each day. This is especially important if you have a certain goal in mind. So if you want to lose weight, you might want to be in a caloric deficit. If you want a body recomp, you might want to stay in a maintenance. And if you want to gain mass or gain muscle, you might want to go into a surplus. And there's also many other factors with this too. Some people go into a carb cycle and do other different kinds of strategies with their macros. Although we're paying most of our attention to fats, proteins, and carbs, you still want to keep in mind your calories. 1 gram of protein is 4 calories, 1 gram of carbs is 4 calories, and 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. So if you're 130 pounds and you want to eat 1 gram of protein per body weight, then you're eating 130 grams of protein a day, and that's 520 calories from strictly protein. And then you have to take into consideration the rest of your calories are coming from fats and carbs. Macros are specific to each individual. So no two people will have exactly the same macros. It depends on your age, your goal, your activity level, your gender. There's so many different contributing factors that leads to what your macros are. And if your goals changes, then your macros also change. There's many websites out there that can help you figure out your macros. There's bodybuilding.com, katiehernfit.com, and many others. You can also calculate them yourself using your calculator, depending on what ratio you want. So that's a big factor when looking at different websites. You may see or notice that your macros are different. Some websites use different ratios. So for me on bodybuilding.com, I had a 40% of carbs, 30% of protein, and 30% of fat. So if katiehernfit.com uses a different ratio, I'm going to see different macros, even though I'm putting in the same information. I recommend looking at the ratio of protein to fat to carb. Also research that as well. See which one better fits your lifestyle and what can help you achieve that goal. One thing I really like about counting macros is that it's flexible. So if you want to eat a donut, eat the donut and just work it into your macros. Just make sure that for the rest of the day, you might be eating less carbs and less fat and eating maybe more protein-dense food to hit each of your goals. No matter what, each day, even if you're being flexible and eating that donut one day, you're still hitting your goals. Another thing is sometimes we don't realize how little we're eating and we think we're eating a lot, and so it makes us aware of that. Or the opposite, sometimes we think we're eating too little and we're eating too much. So this helps us stay on task with our goals and eat what we need to get to our goal. Now I'm going to show you how to use these apps because there's tons of apps. My favorite is MyMacros Plus. It does cost money. I think it's $3.99, I believe. I will post it here. I even made it a widget so that I can see it on my home screen, and so I don't have to go into the app to see where I'm at. I get to see what I am lacking, if I need to eat more protein, if I need to eat more carbs, fat. Okay, so I just downloaded this onto my iPad just so that you can see what it looks like for a new user. So it's MyMacros Plus, and once you download it, you get to make your profile, add your goals into your macros. And I really want to preface that I really prefer this app over others because some of the other apps, they'll incorporate your workout and how much calories you burn during your workout, and it'll add it back to your macros. So if you have a goal of losing weight or body recomposition, it might make it a little bit more harder or take a little bit longer to see these results if you're adding those calories back into your macros. As you can see on the left-hand side of the screen, there's a few options on the food menu. There's custom and fave, so you could just star it and it'll favorite those items. There's recent, there's frequent, there's recipes, by type, by brand, fast track, nutrition label scanner or barcode scanner, and then add custom food. So I use the barcode scanner and I'm scanning my Dave's white bread, and then I enter that in to MyMacros and I add it to my breakfast. And then I want to show you how you can add custom food. And so if it's not on the app already, you can just add it. So I added this tuna, I just entered in all the nutritional information and added it to my breakfast. After you've added the nutritional information to either breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snack, you can also see that at the top of the screen it deducts the nutrition, so like the protein, carbs, and fat, from your macros. So if you slide to the right, you could see your daily goal and how far along you are. You can also see, if you swipe to the left, how much protein, carbs, and fat you have left, as well as the calories. If you scroll all the way to the right, it says no water tracked or water tracked, and then you can see how much water you've been drinking for the day, and then you can add it and keep track of it there as well. At the bottom of the screen, you can see some icons. The first one is My Circle, where you can follow other people who use the app, see how they're doing on their goals and their daily meals. Then you can track your body weight from 2 weeks ago, this month, 3 months, 6 months, and you could keep track of it there. The calendar is just your daily intake of food, and then the whistle is if you want to have a coach. And the last button is all the settings, so you can edit meal names, you set nutritional goals, meal timers, water tracking, the theme. They also have another app, it's called MyWorkouts Plus, and that's a really good a really good app to keep track of your workouts, how many sets, how many reps, how much weight you're doing, so you can keep track of that as well.